What's in it? Oh, yeah. Yeah.
It's a really clean copy. Well, you can open it in the bag too if you want to go ahead and go through it. Yeah, but all our stuff we test and clean the pens up 100%. So there's two variants, one with the hologram and one without a hologram.
All these guns are expensive.
Yep. We got some more stuff all the way to the
Yeah, that's actually a good game.
You didn't pick it. You can pick all the other ones.
Excuse me.
Look at the sound. I would buy it.
Well, I've already found all the games that I want. More than I'm willing to pay.
Huh?
I said those two.
Get it? Got it, Sam? You've achieved your goals.
Anybody need any help, let me know.
Do you want to see this?
Huh?
Did you want to see this?
Yeah, for this deck. Thank you very much, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, give me a break. Like, I might as well sell it on eBay. What's up, guys? Take a Flyer. We're the New York City area's largest video game convention. We're a large convention hall this year. Well, next year.
Cool.
No idea.
That was what you're looking for, right? Well, the problem is...
Oh, get in there, we got... Wow. Is that as tight as you want? You can look at it. Just be careful, very careful.
I've had that for a long time. I got choked up.
Miss Pac-Man board game.
It's funny.
Good finds on that book. This is a record, but I've never seen that before. You got it.
It's a homebrew.
On the Wii one, you can't attack you, so you can't do that trick.
Is that real or is this repro?
45 on it.
It's cool.
We only have one game per terabyte. It's expensive. Like this is like our quality.
I just came back. I'm gonna give which will be in the order for that. They have a turkey deal too.
I just want chicken fingers on that. For some reason, I don't
Video quality is not like. I love chicken fingers.
I've never been liking that much.
I'm starving ever since last night's awful dinner we had.
Chicken nuggets.
Is it nuggets or tenders? What games? Yeah, did I already look at them? I think I already looked at them. Oh, no, it was there and I picked it up. I was trying to see. So you looked at them already?
Oh, okay.
That's nice.
Doom.
I had a previous Facebook account. I got tired of it.
Now it's flooded.
Yeah, but now I almost all the people are friends, but I keep from the group because I kind of got back into it.
Yeah, well, that's what it is, dude.
Yeah, but it's good. I had a good time.
You build a good network, you know?
Yeah.
You guys got a night trap.
I'm asking 70 for it.
70.
Yep. 70 on the night trap. Yeah.
Warcraft 2.
Warcraft 2. Yeah. We had it a while back. I sold it to Darren Wren.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
He's here. I got to see if he has one.
Is he here? Darren Wren or Darren Pelgrim?
No, Brand, he's supposed to be here.
No, he bailed. Yeah, he decided he wasn't going to do it. Yeah.
I talked to him. I was supposed to get like a fight on.
He told me like 3 days.
ready to roll.
I have another one. I actually sold two recently. I still have that one in mind. I sold the one with the box to, actually the last two trade events. What's his name? Dan bought the one in the box, and then his buddy, the kid. No, Dan Riga. Oh, okay. I was gonna say. Want the Mad Dog McCree for 10 too?
No, because I'm looking for the one on the Wii that has like both of them, like Mad Dog.
How's it going?
Ernie, you watched that for the end of the year? I hope so, right? Yeah, what's up, Mike? How you guys doing, right?
Well, I have some loose games, yeah.
How you doing?
Good, what's going on?
Got a pretty good price on that one, man.
What do you got?
35.
35.
It, now it does have some marker on it. It's a little scratching on the back, but it's been tested. So,
Yeah, these usually work pretty well.
yep. So that's going for about 60 in most of the booths, man. So,
Yeah. Yeah, it's funny. I never see it, and I've seen it everywhere today.
The only ones I got. Yeah, I've seen a lot of
I
copies.
just don't
Just the manuals, man.
well, manuals are hard to come by sometimes.
I walk down, especially like the PlayStation ones that go in, you know, as the inserts and stuff that just fall out. They're really
That's what I was thinking about. I was like, I could say that they work all day long, but I can show that they work.
What do you know this one?
I'll take $2 for it, man.
It's funny, I have the empty case, now I have that. I just gotta find the card.
Oh, really?
I'm doing it way backwards.
Hey, man, you can save some money doing that sometimes.
Oh, I know, yeah.
Hack Volume 1 Rebirth, and on the PlayStation 2 Hack Volume 1, $10 a star on the PlayStation 2 game. $10 on the PlayStation 2 Hack Volume 1, $10 gotta go, and on the disc $5 on the PlayStation 2, 5 now 7.5. I got 5 on the PlayStation Hack, 7.5 now 10. I got 7.5 on the PS2 game, looking for 10. I got 7.5 on the Jack Volume 1, 10 now 12.5. I got 10 on the PS2 Jack GU, looking for 12.5. I got 10 out back on the PS2 game, looking for 12.5. But we all got a 10, 12.5 now 15. I got 12.5 to my left, looking for 15. I got 12.5 on the PS2 game, looking for 15. But we all got a 12.5 looking for 15. I got 12.5 to my left, go 15 all done. 12.5 go 15. You got it. 12.50 to 204. 12.50 to 204. Lot 24 on the PS2, Rule of the Rose with paperwork. Right there, PlayStation 2, Rule of the Rose, start at $10 a star. 10, 12.5, 15, 17.5, 20, 2.5, 25, 27.5, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 55, 60. I got 60 right here with his card up in the air, looking for 65. I got 60, 65, 70. I got 65 now to my left, looking for 70. I got 65 in the back corner, 70 now 75. I got 75 now 80. I got 75 to my left for the Rule of the Rose, looking for 80. I got 75 in the PlayStation 2 Rose game, looking for 80. Are we all done at 75, looking for 80, now 85, now 90. I got 85, 90, 95, 100, 110, 120, 130, 140, 150, 160.
Yeah.
I got 160 out
Okay,
back.
it's a $200 game.
160 out back on the
But
Rule
with
of the
the-
Rose game, looking for 170. Are we all
with
done at
the
160?
commission
looking
on
for
it, it'd be more than
170.
that
160 out back on the PS2 game, we're 170. We all done 160, 170. 160, 170. Orange shirt, you got it. 160 to 221. 160 to 221.
What's going on, guys? Justin here. So, I hope you like the footage from Retro World Expo. It was a fun day. I was there almost the entirety of the day. I think I got there at like 10:30, quarter to 11. Walked around the whole day, went to a couple panels. I was sitting in one panel with a guy named Travis. He does toy stuff. He works at an auction house, and they kind of had a thing there. I didn't grab any footage of that, but that was really cool. I picked his mind on a lot of stuff later on, and also did some stuff at a live auction, which you guys saw, which was awesome and a lot of fun. I wish I'd got the piece that I got here on the live auction, but it went so quick that I wasn't able to turn my camera back on from where I was. But that's all right, you'll see it. It's kind of a cool item. I did go to Beat 'em Ups in RGT85. I went to their panel, and it was just kind of a big hodgepodge where everybody was kind of throwing questions at them. It was fun. It was a good time. I was actually, a couple people told me they saw me in the live stream for Wood from Beat 'em Up. So that was cool. So if you check out his live stream, you'll see me sitting on the end with actually this t-shirt on. So anyway, I'm going to dive right in and show you what I got. I got a lot of video, but I didn't pick up much stuff. I picked up a few things. There's a few things I really wanted that I left behind because I didn't really want to pay the pricing for it. I really wanted to get a copy of Rule of Rose, but everybody was asking $2 to $230 on it, which is eBay and up. So I kind of want to hope to get it a little bit under eBay, get a good deal on it, but it is what it is, so eh. I also saw some really cool rare games there, and I don't know, these conventions are always cool to see stuff that you don't normally see and have the opportunity to pick up things you don't normally get to pick up. I only picked up 3 games, a couple booklets, and 1 toy. So this recap isn't going to be that long. I picked up 3 booklets for some games that I had on the NES. I picked up Akira Warriors. There's a little bit of writing on it, but aside from that, it's in really nice case. Real nice shape. I picked up Base Wars. And I picked up Iron Sword, Wizards and Warriors 2. I got the 3 of those for $2 a piece, which was cool. I'll pick up booklets all day long for $2 a piece. I picked this up for $2 a piece as well. I'm slowly piecing this together, and I'm piecing it together backwards at this point. I have the empty case, and now I have the booklet to go with the empty case. So now I just need the discs, which was 2 discs for this game. So if anybody has the discs only, I will be willing to trade or purchase it at the correct price. Parasite Eve. So I got that. I've been looking to get that game for a while. I did see it yesterday, disc only, but they wanted as much just for the discs as the actual whole game goes for, so obviously I didn't grab it. The 3 games that I got, I paid $7 for this guy, which is Castlevania 2, Simon's Quest. It was actually my first purchase for the day, and my only purchase for a very long time. If you guys have ever been to conventions, they're fun to go to. They're fun to mingle with people, look at stuff. But a lot of times prices are kind of set in stone, and I get it. They have to pay for their booth to be there. They have to pay for their travel and their, all their expenses, which I get. A lot of people were willing to haggle if you asked them, which was cool. The last game here that I'm going to show you, I didn't pay for. I brought some trade bait, and I did it the way you should be able to do it, that people were willing to trade, which was really cool, and I really appreciated that, because actually this was the very last thing of the day. They actually said that the floor was closed, everybody's got to go, blah, 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 and I walked over to the guy, because I had talked to one of his people a couple minutes before, and he said, come back. So I did, and I got a game I've been looking for a while. But the game before that, to show you off, I paid $10 for, is Dracula's The Last Sanctuary. It's 2 discs. They're in really, really nice shape. I feel I got a good deal on that. It goes for like $10 to $15 plus shipping on eBay, so I felt that was a good deal. I didn't haggle with them on that. I probably should have and gotten it, but I would have gotten it for $8. But hey, $2 is $2. But anyway, I just gave them $10 and kind of kept going. So at the end of the day, I decided to stay for the auction, which I wasn't going to stay for, but then I kind of wrapped up in it when they were doing the auction, because it was right after the panel for Beat 'em Ups, and we were kind of walking around the floor one last time, and it was really fun to watch the auction. I got some video that you guys saw of it. One of them was me bidding on Rule of Rose, and I thought I almost had it for a killer deal, and then it spiked. It ended at 160 or 170, I don't remember. But the thing is, which obviously you don't know from seeing the video, is when you get a bidder's card, there's a 15% premium, like a bidder's premium that you have to pay when you buy the item. That's basically how the auction houses make their money, is the premiums there. So you had to pay the 15% premium on top of your winning price, and then you had to pay Rhode Island state sales tax, because that's where they were based out of. So let's just say you won an item for $100, you're paying an extra like about 25% on top of that, roundabout. Because if you paid with credit card, it was 18%. If you paid with cash, it was 15%. So you had to kind of think about that in the price, and I was paying cash, so if I had won Rule of Rose, I basically would have been paying right around 200 or plus on it. So there was really no point. And I hadn't actually looked at the disc yet and seen the kind of condition it was in yet. So I had to pass on that. And also I want to try to be like some guys I know and find it stupid cheap. You know, maybe at a flea market or something. It's happened. It still happens, so you just don't know. The last game I got at Rich World Expo is this guy here. I traded 3 NES games for it, which I was into, I think, for at the most $10 for the 3 games. I got Eternal Darkness on the GameCube. This is an awesome game. I've played it before, just not in a very long time. It is complete. They had it marked at $50, and I gave them like 50 in trade, which was, I don't know, to me a good deal. But like I said, I was only into the games for maybe $10 total. I've been looking for this pretty much ever since I got rid of it back when I had a GameCube. Now that I collect horror games, this is definitely one I've wanted to have for a long time. It's a fun game. The game itself actually starts to mess with you as the player, so if you've never played it, definitely give it a nice turn. But I was glad to pick that up as my last pickup of the day. My overall most exciting thing of the day was when the auction started, I decided to walk over to the tables that were still there to see what was left. There was a really cool PlayStation 2 window display light that I really wanted to get. It ended up going for, I want to say, about $100, which was a good price, but I had my eye set on this, and I didn't want to, you know, get both and then either not have enough money, which I had plenty of money, or, you know, whatever. So I grabbed this guy. I was the only bidder. There was one out of the absentee bid, so they had left a high, you know, their high bid, and I had to outbid that, but they couldn't just start at that bid. They had to obviously start at the bottom. He started with an opening bid of $50. Nobody bid, and then he went down to $25, and I started to bid at $25, and he just went back and forth, and then noticed it was only me and him. So I got this. I think I paid $70 for it plus the premium, which I've never seen a copy of this before. It's a Taiwanese knockoff, but it's a Taiwanese knockoff made for the United States. It's the Voltron Lion King Lion. It's really cool. This thing looks fantastic. It's made of die-cast metal like the original Matchbox one. I honestly think that if you were to pick this up versus the actual real one, I'm going to check out some of the lines versus the real ones that I have. It'd be hard to really tell the difference. The stickers are coming off a little bit, which obviously can make you tell it's a knockoff. But overall, like the Black Lion, you know, he looks really nice. I know, you know, not necessarily everybody watching this is into toys, but I'm a big toy guy. If you guys should know that if you watch my channel. But I was really excited to get it. It had a little booklet with it too, which was awesome. It's missing some weapons, but overall, it's pretty much all there. I don't know if I'll be able to tilt this and not drop anything, but you know, most of it's there. All the main parts, the lions with their heads and their figures and everything are there. So I was very happy to pick this up for the price I paid for it. I got a steal and a half on this. I was talking to the auctioneer, who is Travis, and he actually said he figured this would go to $300 to $400. There was no reserve on it, and I got it for what I paid for it. And I went over and I showed Pixel Dan, who thought it was awesome. He loved it. Who was also there was Pat the NES Punk, thought it was cool. The Game Chasers loved it. I showed one to Billy, and he kept trying to force it back in the box, and I'm like, I got it. I'll take care of it. I didn't want him to break the legs on it. But they all loved it. They thought it was cool because just like me, they're all into toys, especially Pixel Dan, as you guys, if any of you watch his channel, he's all about the toys. But with that being said, that was the end of my Retro World Expo experience. I had a lot of fun. I will definitely go again next year. Hopefully next year, you know, I'll find more horror games. By the time I really, you know, it's one of those things like, I knew what I was looking for, but at the same time I didn't know what I was looking for. I should really go in with a plan of games that I'm looking for. That way when I'm just kind of looking through stuff, I'm not, you know, too scattered. Most of the stuff that you saw, like, I'm stupid picky, and I get why I am, because I do the flea market stuff. but I passed up a copy of Castlevania on the PS1, I think, for like $40. I should have grabbed it. I don't know why I didn't grab it. It was in nice shape. It was a good deal because I know they go anywhere from 40 to 60 on eBay. I could have gotten a nice copy off of CM Retro for around that when he had an extra one. But hey, it is what it is. You know, you win some, you lose some. And I don't know. I had a lot of fun. I can't complain. I walked out with that lion. I had the huge grin on my face for the rest of the night. I got Eternal Darkness basically for nothing. And I added a couple horror games to my collection, which was cool. So with that being said, you know, thanks for watching, guys. Definitely check out my other videos, my game hunting videos, as you guys all know, my toy hunting videos. Definitely like, subscribe, comment, share, and, you know, let people know more about me and how awesome I am and how much you guys love me, because, you know, I love you too. But yeah, that's it. So make sure you check out my other videos. I will see you guys all soon. Like, subscribe, comment, share, you know, the whole 9 yards. Peace out.